and they started using team. Team got to be good. How it started.
Thing like Bird.
And then when Jordan was gonna get his three.
Kareem and Black Magic was #1 in the West. I think I won't be in that.
He's always been that.
Unless you can tell me something different. I don't know.
Jordan's number
65.
Wasn't Michael Jordan the leading scorer for 10 years? 10 years. He won three threes, right?
Or two.
Two threes, right? So his MVP, and then the third MVP, his team is #1, most dominant, and then they give it to someone else. Then his second three, they give it to
The number
they give it to Barkley.
And Barkley became Suns wasn't at #1 before they.
They were number 2.
Improvement.
They were
Just like Steve Nash.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Damn.
Hey, man, I'm gonna point. So actually, Suns was I think 2. I think Blazers was 1, and Suns was 2. Because I know a lot about Charles Barkley because he does a lot of. So this was so they won.
He does a lot of work.
So Charles Barkley. So the Suns 55 wins, 54 wins, 55 wins, 53 wins. Right? Barkley got there what year?
Well, they got
53 wins, so they won 55, 54, 55, 53, and then when Charles Barkley got there, they won 62.
Is that an improvement or not?
Yeah. Improvement in number 1. Yeah. So his improvement from 53 wins over there was more than Jordan's. Wink, wink, wink. They just wink, wink, wink. But he came to the number 2. He came to the number 2 team. Yes, two number 1 teams. And they gave it to him not to give Jordan his third, so he wouldn't be Magic.
So it was 2 #1 teams, right?
One in the East, one in the West.
Okay.
Yeah. And one in the West had better record.
Fuck.
What?
I don't know. I don't understand.
No, I think I heard you, so let me hold that.
You said
I think I heard you.
better.
Let me throw you some. Let me give you some. Could you stop? That brother, stop it. Let me throw you some. Goddamn.
Paolo, you know what to do. Okay.
Yeah, that's brother starving.
You just threw it out there. You hit it. You hit it.
I know what you mean.
They had 57
They had a
wins.
bigger jump.
They had 57 wins. They had the biggest jump.
Let's talk about another former.
They had the biggest jump.
Let's talk about another former MVP before we wrap up this show today. So, as some of us suggested and expected, the Sixers finally shut down Joel Embiid for the remainder of the season on Friday. Embiid appeared in just 19 games this season after playing 39 regular season games last season. Sixers were 8-11 in the games that Embiid played this season. So former MVP averaged 24 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists in those 19 games, while putting up the lowest field goal and three-point percentages of his career. Embiid has played in 452 of a possible 902 games in his 11 seasons in the league. So before this season, Embiid signed a 3-year, $193 million max extension with the Sixers that'll keep with the team through 2029. But just looking ahead, he's dealt with injuries throughout his career. Like I mentioned, the last 2 seasons, particularly. Was playing at MVP level last season, came back with the playoffs, missed the bulk of this season. How much confidence do you have in Embiid being able to return to an MVP level? Damn.
Not
a Marietta.
The whole Philadelphia way.
A fine city.
Nah, it ain't.
Not our Benny
Simmons. Ben Simmons. Done. I mean, he's fucking up. But I'm saying, look at the history of Philly. Let's think of the history of Philly. That's what I'm saying.
Ever since that AI shit.
Yeah. Little ass statues outside, man. This shit ain't right, man. Philly cheesesteak, the only thing they got.
The AI little statue, I know they have a bunch of statues.
The Eagles just won.
His should have been big.
His should have been big.
The Eagles, we just.
It was a bite-sized statue.
Yeah, no. Philly was doing bad. Like, you can't say this is part of Philly.
Yeah.
No.
Philly's still living.
Like this bad started before the Super Bowl. Right? The Super Bowl is like, they just announced that he's done, but he was done in October. That motherfucker was done training camp
Yeah.
when it was in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have been. We been saying that. He shouldn't have been playing, bro.
At all.
And the things he would miss a stretch of games, come back, play 30-something.
Yeah,
That's
it's a waste of-
just
it's a
like
We
waste
talking
of
about
time.
this summer, though. When we was
Yeah,
talking
I
about
know.
this summer, we was like,
Shouldn't
nah,
have
don't go to the U.S. Well, you
Like,
would.
you were supportive of America.
Could have won it without him.
Could have won it without him.
But he did
contribute.
He did good against Jokic.
He did not.
He did good against Jokic. That's why he contributed.
Yeah,
He did Jokic. He did something against Jokic. We needed him. He did good.
One game.
Right all week.
Thank you for your service.
We was under attack by the American crowd. And that's what LeBron means, because LeBron just texted me and told me to bring that shit up. Right? For the first time in the first time in USA history, men's basketball was the only team out in another country being rooted against. That's what he means. Right? You got motherfuckers in here. How much you think they gonna lose by? They about to lose. Jokic's about to do this. Jokic's about to do that. Almost lost to Sudan. Oh, they won't give me by Sudan. I've never in my life have ever seen America for the first time root against or put even the idea of it.
Guess why?
America used to be so proud of our soul, our people going there. When I was a little kid and the 92 team came, they made me feel so proud about the team. I bought all the jerseys. Then I bought some of the WNBA jerseys because they made them seem so amazing.
Do you care why?
Now it's like, oh, they're about to lose it in.
Do you
They suck.
Do you care why, though?
I don't care why. I don't give a fuck. This ain't the NBA narrative. This is the world narrative.
Yeah, the world narrative, all right? You had to do a redemption team.
Yeah, cool.
Why?
I don't care why.
You have to, because you had to redeem yourself.
But they sound
So if you had to redeem yourself, that means that the other guys on the other side, like, shit, you ain't that tough. Now we got to put the redeem team together. Hey, Cole, listen. Show the world where we at again. Please, come on. I got you. Let's do it. Let's put us back where we need to be. Let's be feared again. Hey man, they got them and him.
Okay.
Woo, okay. So after that goes, you like, why are they not scared like they was before?
That's not what I'm asking.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying why.
I'm not saying what you asking. I'm saying, why are they not afraid? Why are they not afraid?
I'm asking why are we talking so much shit about our
So
team?
you're saying that the Americans are not,
American public was talking shit
because it's like we shouldn't be close to anybody. We shouldn't be close to Germany. We shouldn't be close to South Sudan. We shouldn't be close to none of these teams.
You wasn't.
The whole team got popular just because they got close to it. They were celebrating.
The whole team.
South Sudan. Let's go.
They're not supposed to be nowhere near.
I don't give a fuck.
We do.
Why are we
do. The American people like, why are we only winning by 2 points and then you call them little Africans?
I'm American.
And they said, I took that personal.
I don't like none of them. It's
You said
America.
it's basketball. You said you like everybody.
It's America at this point.
Niggas from Wakanda.
You said you don't hate. You said you don't hate the internationals. You said you love the Euro. You just said I hate them all.
I said it's America versus the world. I'm choosing America. I'm not giving the opportunity or the thought that another team, another country can beat us because them other countries is rooting for their
The
people.
team not
We the only motherfuckers that hated our team.
The team not supposed to be close.
The first game, what was the narrative then? First game, what was the narrative?
Why Tatum and Goodwin? Why didn't he play? What's wrong with
92, who didn't play the first game in 92? We didn't give
Who was on the
We
team?
didn't give a fuck
Because
with
we had Michael Jordan on the team. That's who we gave a fuck about. We didn't give a fuck about who was not playing when you got Black Jesus on the court. Are you serious?
Now, I'm glad you said
But they still talk about Isaiah Thomas not playing.
Exactly.
he wasn't part of the team. I'm talking about the team. They rooted for the team. Listen, the team positivity was so great. Y'all don't even know Michael Jordan had a horrible go at it.
Cause you couldn't talk bad about Michael Jordan. Fuck.
Thank
God
you.
damn, you know that. Everybody know that. So we're not talking about LeBron. We're talking about why the coach didn't play Jason Tatum. That don't mean shit about what's going on. It's more views. You can see it on your phone, everything
Nigga,
now.
this is exactly what I'm saying. We have a team out there that's a team that's trying to win gold for us. We out here with narratives who didn't play. We creating a bad atmosphere around a team that's representing us. Instead of them saying, yeah, we won by 20,
You said rooting against them.
we are talking about
I didn't root against them because they didn't play Jason Tatum.
I
I
said
said,
us as a whole.
you said we rooting against
How
them.
are you speaking for the whole? How are you speaking for the whole, though?
We're talking about everybody.
How are you speaking for everybody?
But I'm
Every
saying,
sport, we're talking about everybody. A narrative of Jason Tatum not playing created what in the locker room?
Nothing.
Created what in
Nothing.
the world?
They still won the goal. It didn't create nothing.
World.
It didn't create nothing.
You don't think that was the most negative output that we've ever seen
To
in
the
the
Boston Celtics and Jason Tatum fans. Yes. everybody else didn't give a fuck because their favorite players won. Their favorite players thrived.
I want you to think about
there one time to watch the shit on.
every single game. Think about what I'm talking about. When they talked about swimming, whoever came in first, second, third, no one gave. We cheered for the medals everyone's getting. Think about every game that the U.S. played. It was a negative, if they gonna win narrative. When they won, oh, they barely won, they might not win the next one. Right? They won the gold medal. What was the narrative after the gold medal? What was the narrative? I know you know. What did they say after we won gold? What did they say? And then what? What was the
They said
What is
that.
the what?
Are people not allowed to say what they want? Can we not make up that narrative? Can we not say that's the reason why? Tell us what we need to say. Can you text everybody what we need to say and what you want us to say? Just text. It's communication, man. It's like in a relationship. Baby, you want me to say what you want me to say? Just text it to me.
What do you supposed to say?
I'm gonna say the same thing.
Bro.
How many countries is there?
A lot.
So a lot, since we don't know exactly. We should do what a lot of countries do for their team, right?
But how
Do you know how the other lot?
He don't know.
How do we know what the other country's doing? Some motherfuckers can't come back unless they win. They're gonna get killed.
Yeah.
I said a nigga say, man, I gotta live here in the U.S. now.
Can't go back.
I can't go back.
And it's cancer. Can't go back to Turkey.
I'm from Portland now. If I want to live in Portland, he can't go back to see his family.
Where?
Come on, man. You have
Because we can't go back to Turkey.
Oh, you don't want to eat turkey?
Yeah, nigga can't. They said you can't eat turkey neither.
You can't even eat turkey, bro.
Motherfucker don't even have a Thanksgiving. And he's in America.
Yeah, this shit exists for real, man. Hey, don't be doing that, man. I throw you a lob, you throw it out of bounds. Do not dunk
That's
that
what I don't
bitch.
do.
Between the legs, don't hog on that bitch. You supposed to throw it out of bounds and turn it over. I don't like it.
So we asked the chat, as per this original discussion,
But
with
yeah,
Joel Embiid being shut down for the remainder of the season, we asked the chat, will Embiid return to an MVP level?
That's what the question was?
yeah, how you pay all that money and you in rebuild season now?
83% said no.
You
Crazy.
pay Paul George,
Max,
Maxie.
Maxie, and you rebuild.
Tobias Harris.
Did they extend? They extended Joel, right? They gave him an extension, right? And you rebuild it. Think about that. You just paid Kelly too.
Yep.
And then from Miami, you paid everybody.
Trade him.
Traded him
They traded, but they
to the
they
Max.
paid him at first. They
For Quentin Grimes.
It started off as we about to win the championship, and then
Like you did everything you thought the Eagles did.
But the Sixers fans' credits, they were not wrong. I was in Philly
Yeah, they
before
were
the
not
season.
rolling at all.
I was like, y'all excited about it? Like, nah, we were not rolling.
who would have been excited? You start off the season.
This is before the season. This is Paul George coming. We got him big.
You're starting off the season telling us, yeah, we might play 41, you know, he ain't gonna play
No back-to-backs.
Yeah, he ain't gonna start the beginning of the season.
Paul George
That-
on that too, though.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Paul George back to back. Right there.
George got hurt.
Yeah.
Like to say
But he-
preseason.
He
Preseason.
ain't got hurt doing the electric slide.
No, but what I'm saying is, but that's what I'm saying is that now, if you are,
How you do it?
if you are a betting man, right, and you know karma, right, you just seen this freak accident, ooh, then he's not playing. Some should have said, you know what? Next motherfucking sign, all this shit gets shut down. My young fella,
Hamstring.
my young, hamstring.
Tyrese Maxey,
TikTok.
His hamstring.
Hamstring, and then my TikTok over here, rookie.
Yep.
Rookie did. Ow. You know what? Hey, me.
Shut it down.
Come on. Hey. Everything gets shut down. Hey, here, bring all the NBA players, y'all sit down. Bring the G League up, y'all play. I'm not risking nothing else
They
out
gotta
there.
bring Delilah's back. All the strippers they had back then up there. That's why they was moving good back then. What? Think about how many chicks came out of Delilah's. Don't think about it actually. But
Don't you think that actually?
But think about it. They got
It was like mini, miny, mo.
They probably
I'm
got
about to
them.
fuck the show. Like, it's
They probably got them.
Not with that option. They better not still be having it. Send me the ad, goddammit. I need it.
and that was the only place you didn't need to hit. You didn't need to hit, and then everybody like, damn. All of them.
They got to go back to eat lunch at Delilah's. That's what.
This is like the All-Star game.
With that in mind, let's move on to Mostly Fans, presented by Underdog.
We was mostly fans in it. We was cheering. Coming up next, Deja. Damn! That's what Deja look like.
No, that was OnlyFans.
Yeah, New York. Wow! I want a New York. Next up, Sprinkles. They just keep coming out. More. I ran out on New York.
They got pass go.
They didn't have no tricksies out there. They didn't have no tricksies. No. They didn't have Players Club.
And it was a layup. Damn,
Ladies and gentlemen,
They
before
didn't have no cinnamon and spice. No, you kept them there.
I ask the Mostly Fans question,
That's when you know the strip club good. When they give you can't come in there and pick your name.
Talking about my name.
Yeah, like you got like
Cinnamon. My name's
you
Cinnamon.
gotta earn your name.
Honestly, I don't know what y'all talking about.
Like
I go to gentlemen's clubs.
I don't go
did
to
you were in general?
I don't go to gentlemen's club.
Their names are their
the
names.
regular officer, they got red light. I'm Cynthia.
Ashley's
What's your real name?
She stays down the street to the right. Right. Shelby, yep, she's there too. Down the street to the left. You know what I'm saying?
Shelby to the left.
Wherever you want to go, that's gentlemen. You gotta be a gentleman.
Ain't no Shelby.
To the stage. Go ahead and twirl it. But it's better than you think. It's better than you think. It's better than you think. Yeah, all that. All that. I should twirl it too. Slow motion twirl. That's what got me. That's what got me. I said, that's it. That's it.
And that motherfucker asking her back is one.
Oh, man. No, that's what she needs for. I done separate the back and the ass. I'm a construction worker. I make sure she get that motherfucking curve. That curve.
And they just say, she gonna do this shit.
Man, I'm gonna break that in. Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
That's that drywall. She got that
She's
drywall.
shaking everything. Like, she gonna get up,
Take
hey,
flash.
she gonna get up and pass out. Like, what's wrong with her? She fucking dizzy. Shit.
Hell yeah.
if you enjoyed this conversation, please download the Underdog app.
Put a spoon in her mouth.
Give us some milk. Goddamn, what you talking about? Shit. You better leave that alone and tell her daddy. All right, now.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you've enjoyed this program, please download the Underdog app. Use promo code GIL, get up to $1,000 bonus cash, plus a special pick. And we do have one.
What happened to Mostly Fans?
I was attempting. I want to get this person their money.
Giveaway too, man.
So we got a question from Underdog user Allstyle5. Allstyle, I don't know. Who was more scary, playoff Jimmy or playoff Kawhi? More scary, playoff Jimmy or playoff
What
Kawhi?
you got, Rashad?
Giveaway for the little Larry giveaway.
You guys are abstaining from answering this Mostly Fans question?
Man, that's that shit, man. Come on.
Can you ask the question?
One.
Just get it.
Who won the championship?
Hey, Josiah. Josiah,
The one that won MVP.
Josiah, are you talking back?
The one that got 2 finals MVPs.
Are you talking back, Josiah? I don't understand. He said what he said.
The man that got 2 finals MVPs.
As you know, movie star as well.
Yeah, fuck.
The most disrespected movie star in podcast history.
All right, for the Larry, the NBA ticket giveaway.
Okay, you got the
Yeah, man, we are gonna give away some tickets.
you got ticket giveaway for Shot, a man of his word.
That's the first one.
Number 4, Jarrell Powell.
Jarrell Powell. You get tickets.
Wow.
Cemetery Larry.
Like the New York draft when he got Patrick Ewing.
The frozen envelope.
Number 2 winner, Chris Benson.
Chris Benson. Shout out Chris Benson.
And the last winner,
You the dog.
Jesse Johnson.
Jesse Johnson. 3 winners.
3 winners. You get tickets to wherever city you're in. Pick a game.
Pick a game.
And I got tickets for you.
What if it's a fever game?
It's a fever game. No, it's NBA.
Oh, okay.
NBA.
Smart man.
Yeah,
Ticket prices
NBA. It's the NBA.
Keep it with
I'm
your wrist.
just gonna be a hater. Y'all can just wait till the championship game and then y'all just ask for games.
No, it's up to March 24th.
Oh, okay.
March 24th. And I picked the seats. I get the pick the
March 21st.
No, wait. Oh, like you got 10 days, motherfucker.
Pick your game.
Hurry up. Don't meet him there, beat him there. All right, before we go, as you know, we are ever so close to crossing a million, a billion subscribers here on YouTube. So we gave out some bread earlier in the show. I believe we were at 940,000 subs at the beginning of the show. We are now across 941,000 subscribers here on the Gills Arena YouTube channel. Underdog, giving away $1,000 in bonus cash to a lucky winner for every 1,000 subscribers we gain between 900,000 and a million. Shout out to the good folks at Underdog. All you have to do is have the Underdog app. If you don't, use promo code GIL, get a $1,000 bonus cash, special pick 'em, and you need to subscribe to the Gills Arena YouTube channel. So we already gave out 3 winners. We have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more. We're giving away $6 more $1,000 right now. Here are the 6 winners.
$6 more $1,000.
That's what he said. That's what he said. That's what he said.
6 more $1,000. $6 more $1,000.
That's right.
You're doing too much homework.
Doing too much hosting, Gil. They'll be trade on Friday. They'll be trade on Friday.
6 more?
With your cooking show.
$6 more $1,000?
This is you're doing too much homework.
Ladies and gentlemen, as always, when you're in need of a host for your podcast or program, I may be a free agent soon. So first winner, Wilmy 107. First winner, Wilmy 107. You got $1,000 from Underdog. I don't know this name, but next winner, Abnadi. What is it? Abnadi, ADNADI. You got $1,000 coming from Underdog. Next winner, Kim G. Marcus 54. Looked like King, but it was Kim G. Marcus 54, not a typo. You got $1,000 coming from Underdog. Next winner, Toxic Teddy 5. I already know what you're going to spend your $1,000 that you got coming from Underdog. Shout out Toxic Teddy 5. Next winner, 10ception. 10ception. 10ception, you got $1,000 coming from Underdog. Last but not least, hopefully this money goes to God, pay your tithes. Faith and Prayers 1618, you got $1,000 coming from Underdog. We appreciate all of y'all. Thank you to everybody on the show. Thank you for Gil for returning to his real show after philandering out there last Friday.
And I spent $700 on these glasses to wear for 10 minutes.
And you're going to leave them right there. They're going to end up in my crib.
I didn't do that.
The Balenciaga. The Balenciaga. The Balenciaga.
The shot. No, the shot did that too.
This has been another episode of Gills Arena presented by Underdog. Whoa. We will see y'all tomorrow.
I'm drinking tap water. I drink sparkling. Like,
Shit from Fiji, man. You ever been on Air Force One?
I had a pair of Air Force Ones in my childhood.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been either, but I'm sure the experience there is the same of the experience at the ESPN studio.
Oh, Air Force One.
Very elegant.
What are we, Spirit?
Treated me like royalty.
What studio did you go to? What studio did you go to?
Kenyon, right?
That is the bully from Oak Cliff, former number one.
It was
nah, you gotta keep it up.
Once we started laughing,
You gotta keep it up, bro.
That was a good one.
So disappointing. So disappointing.
I know shot my bad.
I was going so well. All the way out of there. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
I couldn't hold his hand in this goddamn jacket.
Yo, my bad.
Fucking Burberry.
Oh, shit, man.
No, it was good. You know, different format. I mean, I've never been a big builder. Oh shit! Right? It's kind of like how we do it. Like there's different sets inside the same one building. So, you know, just like anything new, you get nervous at the beginning. And, trying to figure out the format so I can, get inside there.
Get in where you fit in this. Well, congrats.
I ain't gonna lie, you look kind of nice with that suit on.
You did do your thing. You did do your thing.
Hey,
It's big shit.
Big suit.
I like suit gear.
I had to spit it when I was like 240. Yes.
So for those of us who've not been invited on First Take, what was it like going take for take with Stephen A. Smith?
Well, obviously it's not our style where we can go back and forth. Everything is kind of like time. So, he goes, you go, and then you go. So, I mean, it's just like anything, man. It's really not. It's just opinion based. You try to put your facts in.
Got a question.
I was selling crack on a private jet up in the Halifax. But no confusion, this a reunion. Hello, y'all, welcome back. Get murder here, he counting money. He said, "Cam in the hell with rap." I'm only here to shit on niggas and piss on bitches. Welcome, ass. I bought jewelry and bikes, nigga. Black Benzes and white figures. Now I'm out here and I'm looking for more chandeliers and light fixtures. Nah, I don't like niggas. What's wrong with me? I'm a hype nigga, but this 44 turn a Michael Jordan. I look and say, take flight.
Welcome back to It Is What It Is. This episode is sponsored by Underdog. The app is an easy way to make some cash just by making picks on your favorite players. Underdog is available in more than 30 states, including California, Texas, and New York, just to name a few. Make sure to support the show by hitting the link in the bio and downloading the Underdog app. Use code MACECAM or STAT to get up to $1,000 in bonus credits with your first deposit and a free pay. I'm Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby, along with your host, Mace and Cam.
Killer was good, man.
Yeah, Murder Stat, hello, too. It's like, Murder was good, man.
Hello, Stat.
How you doing, man?
We're all at the studio. I love it.
Yeah, man.
Great.
Before y'all start, though, I'm waiting on my popcorn. Cases one of those this morning.
Yeah, I'm gonna save some of the popcorn. You need like a half of popcorn.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna save some of it for Talk with Flea.
Hey, Larry, bring more popcorn. Yeah.
Popcorn, okay.
Full budget.
It's a popcorn morning, okay.
Yeah.
Like, what up, nigga?
The Monday popcorn.
How you? Nigga said. It's a half a popcorn. You should have half a bucket for us.
Just gotta save some. Okay. Well, we gotta talk about this fight. That's the first thing we're gonna talk about because we all seen it. Tank versus Roach went down on Saturday in New York, and the results wasn't what a lot of people wanted or expected. It did end in a majority draw. So based off of what you saw, Mace, do you feel like there was a clear winner?
Real quick, I know Mace usually starts. Mace, you mind if I start?
Yeah, go ahead. You go. I got my popcorn.
Because I want to say something to your credit.
Okay.
This is really to your
Oh, I
credit.
really need my popcorn.
Yeah, because a lot of times I'll be like, this nigga Mace, he be bugging, yo. Like, I don't say it out loud, but your opinion. Mace always says, yo, don't bring this nigga out with you, because they're not going to win if you bring this nigga out with you. Talking about football games, basketball games, and I be sitting here like, I don't really know, but then I got it when the fight went on. When you got that type of energy and you breathing that energy, when everybody's sad and mad and depressed and try to look happy, but they not really happy, it gets into you. You have to keep sage in that environment. When you're in that environment, it lingers into the fight, and that's kind of the result of the fight. So I just want to give, before we get into the actual fight, I just want to tell you, I see what you're talking about now, because the people you with could possibly fuck your energy up for some shit that you're supposed to do. You can't come out with that energy, man. It's bad energy, man. It is bad energy, man. Nobody's happy over there. Everybody's sad. Everybody act like they happy. You ever see that movie? I'm pretty sure you've seen Goodfellas.
Yeah.
And it's a part in Goodfellas where Sam Rothstein, who's played by Robert De Niro, they have a mad fun. And Nicky, who's played by Joe Pesci, they over there just looking at them niggas like, yeah, we're having fun too. They not having no fun. Tank, get out of there. Get out of there. But let's get to the fight, Murder. I see what you're talking about now when you talk. And this has nothing to do with Murder. Murder says this about basketball games. From what I'm saying is that I see what he's talking about. Nasty work. Nasty work, man.
You gotta have greatness with you. I remember we was talking about the Eagle game, and I said, if what was that? I said, if Meek Mill walked them out, then they gonna win a championship. It didn't bring Meek didn't walk them out, they end up winning that championship. It's just something about it. Like I remember Terrence Crawford came out with Eminem. And he went on to have one of those moments, you know what I'm saying? And it says a lot, you know. Who else was that?
Well, on the opposite end of the spectrum, this is what fucked the Lions up. When you bring out Jello, and listen,
See the writing on the wall?
yeah, Jello not from Brooklyn, and them niggas wasn't from Brooklyn. Yeah.
In this fight, I mean, you're trying to be serious.
Yeah, man.
All right. Let's get into the real Tank
Question
now.
at hand, yes.
Yeah, I mean, this fight with Tank, let me start by saying this. Tank is a phenomenal talent. I was really taken back when Tank said he might be ready to retire. The last person that was a great boxer that I heard say they were ready to retire was Roy Jones, and we saw how that ended up. And Roy Jones is, you know, one of those boxers that I really admired all the way through his career. But when you start talking that retirement talk, you always take a step back. It's hard to have words going backwards and go forward aggressively. And another thing was that it looked like he switched his team up. As much as they try to say it wasn't that, it was that. And this shows you that. Like, I remember one time I was somewhere, and I was trying to do some music or something, and I let the guy hear the music. He's like, yeah, you gotta get back with D-Dot. At first, I didn't want to hear it, But it's something about the original people that you were with. Like they play a part in your success. Like they play a part in your energy. They play a part in what you produce. And sometimes you don't know that you're missing something until you actually don't have that person around. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck out of here.
This is what the fight looked like to me. I think it would be a totally different outcome if Calvin Ford was there the entire fight. So a lot of this has
He's not the country of Mason. He was there. He wasn't the one man. Basically, he been reduced to the. Well, you seen it, but he been reduced to the nigga sticking his head paws through the rope.
Yeah, and that's part of the problem.
Right.
Because,
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
You got there. You said. I mean, one of the things he said that I guess when he was growing up, Calvin was like a father to him. So there's gonna be some bad luck just by putting him in a different position. I just know that from experience. So. You know, I think he lost the fight, if we're being really honest. Tank, you lost that fight. I mean, the only reason they gave you the fight was because you would make more money as a champion, but it's no way it's a draw. And they didn't call the knockdown. If they called a knockdown, you lost that unanimously. So I'm going to go on the record before everybody else tells you 100% you lost without blinking, hand up the guard, strike me right here. You lost that fight, and I think everybody believes that. I think everybody believes that. I don't think nobody, being really honest with you, would say that you won that fight. And I think this makes a great second fight if he fights him again. And I think this gave Shakur Stevens even more confidence than he had before. He walked out of there thinking he's ready. I was happy to see the fight.
Yeah, and just to piggyback off of what you said, after this performance, this definitely looks like Shakur could be a better boxer than Tank. See, the thing about it with Tank, to me, is that Tank, when he fights, he knows he can turn up something in the middle of that fight to knock somebody out. He usually starts off slow. Round 3, 4, maybe 5, 6, he starts turning it up to where he outsmarts his opponent because they forget their strategy. They try to get into a phone booth with him, and then he ends up knocking you out. To where Roach stuck to the game plan the whole time. He stuck to the game plan. I went Mace. I think he lost the fight. That referee has a lot of experience. For you not to call that knee a knockdown, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. And we know as boxing fans, or those that's really boxing fans, the only knockdown of Floyd Mayweather's career is when his hand was hurt and he took a knee. He still ended up winning the fight, as we know he's 50-0, but he took a knee and it counted as a knockdown. For you to take a knee and the referee not call it, that's crazy. Then the excuse after why he took a knee was even more crazy. He said he had grease in his eye. People fight with blood in their eye, all type of stuff, from headbutts, etc. The leverage that you have as a superstar is amazing. And listen, you know the slogan, static. If you can get away with it, get away with it. But that was, this is totally the referee fault, because you can't blame the judges. The reason you can't blame the judges is because if the referee didn't count it as a knockdown, you can't score it as a knockdown. So that puts the judges in a compromising position for that particular round. So yeah, secondly, Roach came to fight, bro. I seen a lack, not a lack, I seen a different type of respect that Tank had for Roach, knowing that they fought when they was 11 years old, etc., everything else. But Tank usually comes in fucking with him, pushing him off the stage, making him flinch. He had a different respect for Roach. You know, they know each other. He was even during the press conference, they was talking a little shit. And they said something about Roach's mother, and Roach was like, my mom's right there. She like to see when I beat people out. He said, oh, your mother here? Oh, I can't do this no more, man. Mama do care. Tank wouldn't have cared anybody else. You know, he would, I don't know why you brought your mother here, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But that goes to show the respect that he had for them. And I think that played a part in the fight. Not saying Roach ain't come to fight, because he knew this was a great opportunity that he had. And he took advantage of the opportunity. If Roach had more power, I'm looking at him 27 fights, 25 1-1, or 25 1-2 draws now, with 10 knockouts. If he had more power, Tank would have went down off a few of them punches. He would have definitely went down. And I'll wrap things up lastly. Of course, I agree with Mason. Tank lost by a point or two in my opinion, but I'll wrap this up lastly by saying this. Whatever people have against Floyd Mayweather as their fighters, as their boxers, as etc. As time goes along, Floyd brings you out, etc. I can't sit here and say why niggas is disputed over what it over girls, over money, over business, over whatever. I'm not about to approach none of that. I have no fight dog in none of this fight. All I'm saying is this: whatever the reason niggas is beefing with Floyd has to be crazy, because no matter what, if I don't like Floyd and I'm Floyd's boxer, me personally, and I think Floyd, he don't like me with girls, or he don't like me with money, he don't like me this, he don't like me with that. Even how smart I am, Cameron, if I was a boxer, I would put all that to the side and have Floyd Mayweather in my training camp for the 2 months, or at least an hour or two a day, to soak in that knowledge that Floyd Mayweather has. I may not like him, I may think he's an asshole, I may think a bunch of shit, but what's not disputed is Floyd Mayweather's boxer IQ and his statistics and how he gets money. That's the least I would do if I didn't get along with Floyd Mayweather. Come to my camp at least an hour a day. I don't like you, you don't like me, we got business together, but his IQ alone, I would need in my camp, alone. Floyd knows how to tell Ryan, come in 3 pounds overweight. He knows how to tell Tank, yo, don't let Ryan bulk up after the weigh-in. Don't keep the hydration clause so he don't bulk back up. He knows the tricks of the trade. He tells Canelo, now I'm not fighting with that, but if you lose weight and come to 154, I'll fight you at 154. It ain't just in the ring IQ, it's all the tricks that come around the fight that he's well versed at and very experienced in. So I know, and I just Tank because I know Floyd has different discrepancies with different niggas, but if you have Floyd Mayweather in your training camp, in your corner, I don't see people losing if you're a decent fighter.
Yeah, and that is 100% right, because Tank is a better fighter when he's with Floyd than he is without Floyd. A lot of the fights that came after was the residue of Floyd being around, little things he was able to take. But as time goes on, you can go back to some of your old ways, and that's what this fight looked like. He went back to the Tank before he was with Floyd. And what else I wanted to say on this fight? I think in the future, if he don't make a change, he's gonna definitely lose, and he's gonna lose by knockout. Because it reminds me a lot about like how Tyson was when he ran up against somebody that wasn't scared. Because if you think about it, Roach fought him toe to toe the whole fight, so he wasn't running. He took his best shot, pause, and still contribute. He never backed down, and I think he kept Tank thinking the whole fight. And I'm definitely an advocate of Tank. Want to see him do well, but you gotta make these changes, and you gotta go back to Calvin for it. I know the other guy, you may know him, but that's not the look.
Yep. Okay, so before we even move on from this topic, because Cam, you brought it up, but I kind of wanted to go a little bit deeper into discussion about it. So obviously, the most controversial part really kind of was his hair grease statement, because obviously Tank did voluntarily take a knee, and so in response by saying, I just got my hair done 2 days ago, and she put grease in my shit, so the sweat and grease dripping in my face and burning my eyes. How do we even keep that from even happening again? Like, what's the change?
Why would you even throw Lee? What's her name? Lee B the brand. Why would you even throw Lee B the brand out there like that? You be like, yo, you messed my. I got a thing I'm doing. I don't throw your boxing under the bus. How you gonna say it was the grease? Like, yo. And then she posted. If you go look at the post, she posted that the grease that she used on his hair had pretty much no grease in it.
Yeah, she did say that. She went after the fact and confirmed she didn't even use grease. So, which is also a crazy conversation in general. But yeah, Cam, what's also your thoughts on that part?
And like snacks, and you
the whole thing about it is this. And listen, boy, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of niggas like pause. I'm a fan of niggas getting fly and dressing well and looking good and everything else. I think Tank had a dope jacket on. I like this jacket and everything else. But sometimes niggas be too focused on the look and not the fight. And making sure that everything else is right. It's the same thing where a lot of people last night compared you know, not to beat a dead horse, pause, but when niggas came out with niggas, when Tank came out with niggas, they compared it to when Devin Haney wore the essentials. you know what I'm saying?
Knocked down like 4 times.
Yeah, exactly. So sometimes looking good, which is, like I said, I'm a fan of that. And this is nothing new. We looked at it for years. Floyd set the standard. Ostrich shorts, level first shorts, everything else. And it's dope looking good. All the way back to Prince Nassim, Hector Camacho. A bunch of people came in looking good. But that's not the main thing. The main thing is the fight. So we know 2 things. It's a contact sport. You're gonna get punched. Secondly, we know you're gonna sweat. I could see this being a problem if this wasn't his 30th fight, a 30-second fight. You know this is your 30-second fight. So whatever's been working for you as far as keeping the grease out your face, everything, just go back to that. But how you stop it from happening? Come nappy. Get it done after the fight. Come trash, naughty by nature. You know what I mean? Come with the afro out, nigga. Like, you know, everything ain't about the look. I get it. It's a great look. Cause listen, I ain't gonna say hold you. If I had a fight, if I'm a boxer, I'm coming out fresh too. Cause you gotta think, them niggas ain't wearing that shit for free. You get money for that. You get paid for that. But you know what works for the last few fights. You know what happens. You know what to do not to keep it in your face, bro.
Yeah, just don't throw Lee B, the brand, under the bus. That's all we ask.
Yeah. Okay, and then the last question about animation. You started to answer it. Would you want to see a rematch?
No. I definitely, me personally, I don't want to see a rematch because I think if he comes back and he knocks Roach out, then it kind of dismantles what happened the first time. But if Roach actually wins, then it looked like I had his number all along. This is kind of turning into like a Roy Jones Tarver thing. To me, that's how I look at it. Like somebody you've been fighting since you was younger. They always said they could beat you. And this is another one. You gotta remember the first 2 times that Roach lost to Gervonta, he thought he won those fights. So now to get here on the big stage and now be able to say, y'all know I won this fight, so now this is the 3rd one he feels like he won. But I don't know if he wins the next one. I'm not sure of that. But if he was able to pull it off, then it will be the biggest win of his career. I think right now that one fight turned him into a superstar. So to your question, I'm split about it. Pause.
Okay.
I would love to see that fight again. To be honest with you, this was one of the best fights I've seen in a long time. That Benavidez fight was really good as well. It got that Benavidez fight got swept under the rug because it was the same night Luka ended up getting traded for Davis, so people didn't talk about that fight a lot. But this was a sensational fight, man.
Yeah.
I would love to see this fight again. It wasn't like it was some dull-ass fight because niggas are sitting there waiting for Tank to knock this nigga out, and it wasn't. And it wasn't like Homeboy was running. Roach was pushing forward the whole fight. So to Mason's point, it may not be the same fight again, but do I want to see it? Absolutely, I want to see it again. Not to mention, he came up in weight 5 pounds up to 135 to actually have this fight. He's a lighter fighter than that. So I would love to see it. Is it the same result? No, but that was a great fucking fight last night. It was a really good fight, especially a few times when we seen the nigga actually stagger Tank. He actually hit Tank and staggered the nigga a couple times.
Like 3 times.
Yeah, and then not only that, like I said, he get in the gym and put some little more. He caught Tank well. I'm not gonna say he would knock Tank out, but he could have put him down a couple times if he had a little more power. But he has exceptional boxing skills. I'm not saying his boxing skills is up to par with Shakur, not even a little bit. I'm not pushing that envelope. But this is the problem with people with Shakur. And I know Shakur thinks we don't like him or whatever, but the point is, he's one of the best boxers in the world. He's just not a great knockout artist, and a lot of people want to see knockout artists. So when it comes to boxing, I think Roach is a great boxer. I became a fan last night after seeing his boxing skills. He wasn't rattled. He wasn't impressed. He had the same, he had even Mommy and Kawhi Leonard in the face pause because he had the same face when he came to the fight, and the same face when he left. His poker face never changed. He didn't smile, he didn't frown. That nigga was really diligent on how he approached this fight. Would I love to see it? Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that there was a sensational fight, especially with the anticipation of, okay, Tank gonna get him this round. Okay, Tank gonna get him this round. Oh, it's round 5, he gonna get him in 7. Sin was doing that because he's a Tank fan, which we all a Tank fan.
Yeah.
But Sin was doing that. So he's like, nah, he gonna go in the 8th. Tank gonna turn up in 8th. Then it gets to 9. This fight is gonna be 10. Oh, no, he's saving it for the 12. And it never happened. So Tank fans are waiting for that to where everybody, and possibly me too, thinking, okay, maybe he's gonna get him, but Roach had other plans. I would love to see the fight.
Yeah, Roach came out there like y'all niggas got me messed up.
Yeah, that's what
He
he
didn't
said.
even like that. That's how he was fighting, because he was in his face the whole time.
Yes, exactly.
And the 2 times that Tank caught him was crazy. He took his best shot and still was right there. He didn't back up. He didn't start dancing around the ring. He stayed right there the whole time.
Absolutely.
And I think that's why for me he won the fight. He was landing power punches, and if they think it's a draw, he was bringing the fight to Tank the whole entire time since the bell rung the first time. So that got to count as well.
Right. See, the reason I do want to see this fight again, Murder, is because let's think about this. Even though he's at 130, moved up to 135 to fight, is that, and I'm not wishing nothing bad on Roach. I was listening to niggas say, you can't kill roaches, nigga. When last time you killed the roach? Nigga, it's hard to kill a roach. But what I was gonna say is that the reason why this rematch needs to happen, because, and like I said, I'm not jinxing anything, I'm just giving what if scenarios. If he goes and fights a Shakur and loses, so now it looks like Shakur is better than Tank. Or if he goes and fights a Keyshawn and loses, it looks like Keyshawn could possibly be Tank. You're not gonna get no more money than Tank right now, no matter who you fight. So to take a risk with somebody else, not saying you don't want to be established as the best boxer, not saying you don't have a chance with the boxers I just named. The biggest, people already thought you was gonna lose. So now you're gonna get more money. It's not a bigger money fight out there. It's people out there starving to fight Tank because of the money they can make fighting Tank. So for you to have an opportunity to fight him again and make more money than you just made, I wouldn't turn that down.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're going to switch gears to basketball. So Joel Embiid is officially out for the remainder of the season due to ongoing issues with his left knee. The team is still trying to find solutions, but we obviously do not have a timetable for that. So with that being said, what do you think is next for Embiid, Mace?
That's easy. Rest is what's next for him. He's not gonna play in the playoffs. If he have this surgery, it wouldn't make sense to bring him back. We tried this last year. Last year we was talking about him sitting out and them actually moving up in the draft if they would have done it. But now they find themselves at the same place that they were last year. And I remember I said this on a show that, time tells you who was right. When people think, oh, this person is right, but they both got a point. Time tells you somebody was right and somebody was wrong. And this is what happens when you look at Joel Embiid. He should have set out last year. If he would have set out last year, this could potentially be a championship team this year. They wasn't going to win it last year. They had a better chance winning it this year. If he was healthy, then Paul George came in. Then they got Maxey. They were able to get rid of homeboy that went to Detroit. So this was a great team in the making if they made the right decisions. But Tomlin played a role in the demise, and he just got to rest up and get ready for next year. And next year when you come back, Joel, you have to go to Denver. I'm not taking you serious until you show up in Denver at least twice. The first time, I'm going to think you trying it, pause. The second time, I know you for real. You got to go back through Denver. And people think on this show we taking shots at people. We're not. We're just calling it straight. We're just calling everything straight. Is exactly the way it is. So with that being said, I think what's on the calendar for him is rest. Is no reason to ice his knee up, give him cortisone shots, put him back on the floor, only to get him injured, and next year we'd be having the same conversation. That's poor management.
Yeah, we knew this was inevitable. We knew this was gonna happen. But Mason's 100% correct. Rest. The guy been playing last year, tried to play through the playoffs, did the best he could do, went to the Olympics all summer, didn't play a lot, but he still was there. Right now, him taking off, you got basically the whole March. So right now, even if you come back at the start of the season, which I don't even think he should come back at the start of the season, you got 8 months to rest, surgery, whatever procedures you're gonna do, figure it out what's going on with your leg or your knee or whatever the point is, whatever the problem is. But you have a minimum of 8 months to rest. And not just 8 months to rest and recover, set a goal for Christmas. And if that's not realistic, that's not realistic. Now, I'm not comparing him to Mitchell Robinson for the Knicks. Mitchell Robinson just came back for the first time this season. It's March. The playoffs is next month. And I'm not saying that the Sixers have the luxury of having Joel Embiid out until March next year and think that they're going to make a run at the title. They absolutely do not have the luxury of that. But if you want a healthy Joel Embiid to give you the best opportunity, I'm looking at Christmas. And hopefully that Paul George and Tyrese Maxey, now that Podcast P hung the podcast up during the season, it looks like he's good enough to help them at least get to a playoff spot till Christmas. Even as 9-10 in the play-in, 4th, 5th, 6th, there is no reason that the Sixers should be sitting out of the playoffs right now.
Yeah, with 2 stars.
Yes, it's no reason that they should not be in playoff contention. There's no reason the Orlando Magic is ahead of you. And we seen what Orlando did last year. I mean, Banchero and them niggas, they really good. And he's been hurt this year. You know, we're going to talk about Suggs later. But the point being is, we seen the strides that Cleveland took this season so far. Get the rest. Hopefully the Sixers can hold on by Christmas, if that's a realistic date. I don't know exactly what's wrong with you. It may take a whole year for you to sit out. But at the end of the day, you might as well get back to 100%. And if it's not 100%, at least get yourself back to 85, 90% to give the Sixers a chance.
Yeah. So the thing with the Sixers, it's definitely a big question mark because unfortunately they have dealt with a lot of injuries. And obviously Embiid is only 30 years old. And this season he only played 19 games. How long do you really see him playing for? And I'm not saying like, oh, Embiid needs to hang it up, but it's like, when do we kind of have that conversation if he keeps getting hurt?
And I think that all is based upon when you talk about how long you play. That's connected to family. That's a family decision. I don't think that really comes down to just basketball. Sometimes you start thinking about your mobility and how that's going to affect your raising of your children and things like that. And then the family start having that conversation with you. I think guys that really love the game, they never think about retiring until somebody start having that conversation with them. So for me, it would be like asinine for me to even say it should be this time or that time for Joel Embiid. I could see Joel Embiid playing at least 8 more years in the league, you know. It definitely, if I see LeBron playing 4 or 5 more, so I think Embiid got at least 3 more than that if he could be healthy. But if not, he's gonna be somewhere around 6 or 5 right there with LeBron.
I think there's no timetable on this, but all these big men career don't end well outside of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. We seen Shaq, and Shaq my dude, but and Shaq know this too. You know, Shaq got passed around like the fruit punch of the party at the end of the career. You know, we sat there and see Shaq with Cleveland.
The Suns.
Then to see Shaq with Boston.
Was crazy.
Was crazy. Yeah. Then, you know, to see Patrick Ewing with the Seattle Supersonics, to see Hakeem Olajuwon with, I forget what team he ended up going towards. For outside of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, it doesn't usually end well for the big man because there's always place for a center in the NBA. But when you look at our superstars and we sit there and say we want something out of them, pause, as far as we want to see the old Shaq, we want to see the old Hakeem, we want to see Hakeem. You know, it's like, that's why to me, Mike Tyson is still able to go get $20 million for a fight, exhibition fight, whatever you want to call it, because you want to double back and remember when Mike used to knock niggas the fuck out. Yo, I want that time again if you're old enough to see it. and his value is still there to go get a fight with somebody like Jake Paul. And don't get me wrong, Jake Paul brought a lot of value to that, but he knew bringing Tyson was a big value as well. And I just don't think it ends well for big men. I can't see how long he's going to be playing in that. But one thing we do know is this: when Joel Embiid is healthy, he's a monster. He's a real problem.
Yeah.
The problem is he's not healthy that often. He's actually made more money sitting on the bench than he's played in games. I don't actually have that stat in front of me, but I had it in a few of my notes previously to where he made something like 144 million, don't quote me on this, on the court, and made 148 million on the bench.
Yeah, he made 125 million earned from the games that he's missed, which is crazy. Yeah.
It's crazy. 125 million. I'm not rushing to get back out there. I'm still eating. I said I'm hurt. So hopefully you have a good off season, whether it's surgery, whether it's rest, whatever it is, and we can see the Joel Embiid that we've seen in the past when he's healthy. But as far as another 8 years, I'm not going to give him that. Not with the health we've been seeing. 125 million sitting down. I don't see it. I don't see 8 years.
Yeah. And then all jokes aside, I'm hoping he feels better because I want to see him play. Like, at the end of the day, like, these are the matchups that we want to see. We want to see Embiid versus Jokic. We want to see Anthony Davis. Like, these are the players that I'm trying to see play. So hopefully they figure something out, but it's something that's difficult to fix. And it's not going to happen overnight. So we'll see what happens. Tonight, the Sixers will play the Blazers. Underdog has Tyrese Maxey at 29.5 points. In their last game, he had 5 points versus the Warriors, so he had an off game. But Mace, do you think he'll have higher or lower for this game?
Then 29 points? Is that just points?
Yeah.
Ooh. I'm going lower.
The Magic?
No, the Blazers.
The Blazers part of me. Where's the game?
In Philly.
In Philly? I'm going to go higher. You should have a good game against the Blazers. The Blazers aren't that sensational. 5 points, you got to have a bounce back game from 5 points. Don't fuck up Cold Cam, Tyrese. Don't. Cold Cam been killing this season. Do not fuck it up.
Okay, and Scoot Henderson's at 20.5 points, rebounds, and assists. In the last game versus the Cavs, he had 15 points, 6 assists, and 4 rebounds. Them higher or lower? Damn.
I'm going to go lower. I haven't really been keeping up with Scoot after probably the first half of his rookie season, because I was seeing who they got rid of Damian Lillard for. And I'm like, get rid of him. Listen, I understand it's a time limit with all these teams. Get rid of C.J. McCullough for Simons, because Simons was killing. Then you get Scoot Henderson, get rid of the Trailblazers, and they're not doing half the job that C.J. McCullough and Damian Lillard was doing with the Blazers. I know they're young. I know they still have some time, but until further notice, I'm going under right now because he's not living up to the expectations that I know the fans and especially the Portland Trailblazers was expecting.
I'm going to go higher.
Higher for Scoot. Okay, make sure you guys download the Underdog app and you can make your picks too. We're going to go to break. When we return, we will discuss the Warriors' loss to the Sixers. Don't go anywhere.
She called this thing about toxic. 4 years and counting. Got you feeling like an option. Maybe I'm my own problem, babe. She tired of hearing I don't know. What's stubborn in me won't fall. Dealing with this thing called trust. But she really thinking about it. She wanna be free. Why am I here? This woman wanna be free. Hell, I don't wanna see her walk away. I wish somebody told me the rules. Disagreements let her win, and it's cool. Even when I'm right to say
Welcome back. So even without Embiid, the Sixers still beat the Warriors 126 to 119. So Mace, what's your opinion on the Warriors' loss? And like, I know we were just talking about the Sixers and their roster. Does it seem like they'll be able to turn out just fine?
They've been stating that they're gonna win a championship, so I think this is just a part of the process there. I don't think that Draymond Green will lie to that degree. I think if he's gonna talk that crazy, they're definitely gonna put up a better front before the season is up. I look forward to them going on a run. I'm not surprised that they lost this game, but I don't think they'll continue to lose this way.
Yeah, listen, we go to see since this trade the difference that Jimmy Butler makes. Jimmy Butler didn't play in that game against the Sixers. Jimmy Butler makes a difference on this Golden State team. I think they only have one loss when he's playing. He's a bucket, literally. Sorry, Stat, he's not on Miami anymore.
I'm sick about it.
Yeah,
I'm
because
so sick
we
about
see
it.
how good Jimmy Butler is when he's happy. He always, when he leaves, when he exits the team, we get to walk off the court, don't come to practice, take his own flights to the game. But a happy Jimmy Butler is a walking bucket, and this is the difference when he's playing or not. Back to Mason's point when he said Draymond said that they're going to want to chip. That's just confidence, and I believe Draymond believes what he says, but that's what Jimmy Butler. He said that statement after the Jimmy Butler trade happened, because you got to think about this. You got Andrew Wiggins. The difference between Jimmy Butler and Andrew Wiggins. You can't give Andrew Wiggins the ball, which he should have been at this point by now in his career, and tell niggas to get out the way. He's not that type of player. Jimmy Butler takes so much pressure off Steph Curry. That's amazing. You got Draymond Green being running a point forward. A lot of people don't know Draymond Green has the most triple doubles in Golden State Warrior history. Out of all of the legends that came through Golden State, he is the #1 player with the most triple doubles, because that comes to attributors. Don't get me wrong, he down there grinding, getting boards, scoring his points. But you got Klay Thompson most of your career, and you got Steph Curry. They knocking down shots. Now with a Jimmy Butler, it gets you back to somewhat of what Klay Thompson was doing. Not necessarily as far as the jump shots, but it gets you a bucket. And I don't really count that loss against the Sixers because Jimmy wasn't playing. Should they have won the game without Jimmy Butler? Absolutely. But it still is important. Well, pardon me, not important. We see how important Jimmy Butler is to this Golden State Warrior roster. Right now, they're actually tied for 6 with the Clippers. So you sit there and say, damn, they might. We were just looking at that before the All-Star break. I think they was right underneath the play-in or in the play-in. And now they're tied for not being in the play-in ever since Jimmy Butler got there. So I don't make much of this loss against the Sixers. He was out with back spasms. He'll be all right. And he makes his Warrior team a much better team. So I'm not really concerned about that loss to the Sixers. Are the Sixers going to be all right, Stat? No, not this season. They're not going to be all right. It took too long for Paul George to give the podcast up. We know Joel Embiid is hurt. Tyrese Maxey, he's a small guard out there trying to do what he can do. He can't carry the team by himself. We only seen one person ever do that, and that was Allen Iverson. And he still came up short against Kobe and Shaq, but he got them to the championship. Somebody that small cannot lead a team by themselves to the championship outside of Allen Iverson. Oh, we just never seen it done. But who's to say that they don't sneak in the playoffs, the Sixers, and at least get to the playoff spot outside the play-in, but I don't see them going out past the first round.
What about Miami? Are we ever going to see Miami against that?
I mean, yeah, they are not performing how I want them to, because I'm a little salty because the Warriors are literally like Cam said, 8-1 with Jimmy Butler now, and we knew that was going to happen because like you said, Jimmy Butler is happy where he is now. That's why I was saying this is literally Tyler Herro's team, so it's like we have to follow suit with what he does, which is great, I guess, but it's still not enough for me. So,
it's
hey,
a problem when it's Tyler Herro's team.
I'm optimistic.
What happened to Triple J? Where Triple
He's
J
still
at?
there, but it's to
Isn't
me,
this
it's just
great for Triple J to get to play now and be the man?
It's actually not great because it's just not. It's not where we're not where we need to be, and that's fine for now.
Goodness.
For now. I'm a little frustrated and I am a little salty. Make sure you guys check out my last episode of Check Out the Stacks so you guys can hear the saltiness that I had, because I go a little bit more into depth about it and the Heat and where I see them going for the rest of the season. But yeah, we're in a little pickle, and it happens. So whatever. I'll be fine. It's okay. Okay. And then I do want to shout out on the Sixers Quentin Grimes because he did drop 44 points in that game versus the Warriors, which a lot of people weren't expecting him to even have that type of play. So shout out to them for winning that game. But I think that this is still a little bit of a rarity. The Warriors are balling right now, so we can expect more from them throughout the season while the Sixers continue to figure it out. Okay. So next we're going to talk about the Magic. Right now they're the 8th seed in the East. We don't actually talk about them too much, but right now Jalen Suggs will undergo knee surgery with no timetable for return. Or is hoping he has a speedy recovery because that's not news that we want to hear. But with the absence of Suggs, Mace, what is your opinion on the Magic?
I really hope as being a Floridian that they hold on to this league because this is why they shouldn't have gotten rid of Markelle Fultz. This is exactly the player they need now that he's going into surgery and they're at the 8th seed. I think with this team, if you don't have Suggs on that perimeter, you definitely are missing a guard that could play defense, that could stop somebody else, and they're gonna need that on the East Coast, especially as good as Cleveland is playing, Boston is playing, Philly, even Indiana guards. You know, you gotta have somebody that could stop somebody. So with this being the case, him going out is like a nightmare for their chances. Because I was looking forward to seeing them in the, lose in the first round, but at least make it. And this now put them back as a play-in team. I wouldn't be surprised if they go on a losing streak and end up in the play-in. That's what it says to me. Because Suggs is that important to that team.
Yeah, I don't have much to say about it. Mason's 100% correct. They need everybody on that team. They had a great year last year, and he's going to see how they built off the success of last year. But Banchero missed a handful of games this year with injury. Now you got Suggs out. I think that team needs to be complete just to get to the second round. I can't even say much more than Mason's sake. Possibly a play-in and possibly missing the playoffs. But Banchero is one of them players that can wield them. Like, we were just talking about Jimmy Butler, not comparing him to Jimmy Butler and Andrew Wiggins. But I'll take him as a scorer over Andrew Wiggins. He could go for 40, he could go for 50. Will he do it when it counts? And how much help will he have?
Right. And then the Celtics beat the Nuggets 110-103. But I want to make this about the Nuggets real quick. So, Mace, among the teams in the West that are considered threats, regardless of their standings, their rankings right now, where do you rank the Nuggets as far as how much of a threat they are?
I think the Nuggets are right there, pause at the top. For me, even though you got OKC and you got all a few other teams playing very well, I think when it's all said and done, I got the Nuggets right at the top. That it doesn't matter who's playing well, because you got to beat Joker and Murray in 7 games. And I don't think anybody's shown me that that's just going to be the case at this point, right? So at this point, I'm definitely going with Denver out of the West for me.
Yeah, I like the Nuggets a lot. When you got a healthy Murray and then you got a healthy Joker, and then, like I said before in previous shows, this is kind of the best that Russell Westbrook has been playing in the last couple years. I like them a lot. But the one thing, the one thing that's going to have to give is Michael Porter Jr. You have to be a reliable third option. And it's too many years for you not to be a reliable third option, Michael Porter Jr. We sat there and watched them get rid of Bruce Brown and Caldwell Pope left. They left. They didn't mind losing them players, Denver organization I'm talking about, because they're saying, okay, Michael Porter Jr. should have stepped up by now and been a reliable third option. If he doesn't step up and be a reliable third option, I'm not sure where Denver's going to be. I like Denver coming out the West myself, but those key components to that championship team, a few of them are gone, and Michael Porter Jr. has not done anything to show improvement on his game. He has the same game that he has when he came in the league. He has not improved on anything. You are 6'10". You could shoot. You could go to the basket. Play like you're 6'10". To me, Michael Porter Jr. is where Ben Simmons was when Ben Simmons was good. Before Ben Simmons went into whatever the fuck he has going on. Because Ben Simmons, people forget he's a 3-time All-Star. Michael Porter Jr. is not an All-Star, and I don't even think he's as good as Ben Simmons when Ben Simmons was balling. But you should be that good, and you can shoot. If he doesn't get it together and be a reliable third option, I can't count on Denver. As good as the Joker is, as good as Jamal Murray is, as good as Braum is playing on the team, as good as Russell Westbrook is doing with the Nuggets, it is all based on what Michael Porter Jr. does, how far the Denver Nuggets is going to go. Because everybody is on the scouting report for the Joker. They're on the scouting report for Jamal Murray. They're on the scouting report for Russell Westbrook. You're like, whatever. Yo, you're 6'10", and you can shoot. There's no reason you ain't have a couple 35, 40-point games this year.
Yeah, it ain't like nobody could double team him.
Right. So, I don't know. I think the Denver Nuggets' success is going to be based upon him. But I still would say, with their championship experience and where they're at right now, I would pick Denver. Look, we're thinking about this right now. Nobody's going to talk about it. The great job that J.J. Redick is doing. This trade is looking like it's sensational. The Lakers are in second place right now as we speak. The Lakers in second place?
Oh, yeah, we are balling.
I don't...
I have so many questions still. So many questions.
Cam, we talked about this. It's who you with, Cam. It's who you with.
Yeah.
That's wild. Like,
Yeah,
who you
bro.
with? Yeah.
Anyway, man, the Lakers, there's no time outside the first 5 games of this season that I would have had the Lakers in second place, especially in March. As much as niggas gave niggas a hard time because of the podcast, him and LeBron had before the season, talking about, oh, he's just getting picked before the podcast. We got to think about this. They tried to get Danny Hurley to coach before J.J. Redick. It was somebody else they interviewed before J.J. Redick. Then they both turned the job down, and they say, okay, we'll take J.J. Redick. And J.J. Redick is doing a sensational job. So I have to give my hats off to LeBron for looking like he's 27 years old, and J.J. Redick controlling the team, the locker room, the environment. I seen a couple speeches that he had in the locker room. It looks like everybody's on the same page. And to me, Luka has not even played great yet. He's played good, he's played decent, but he hasn't played great yet. And if he plays great, this could be a dangerous team. Their center position, they're lacking, so I think this will hurt them in the playoffs. But their defense has been tremendous, talking about the Lakers. Since Luka got there, they got Luka playing defense. He's trying. He's trying, and I'll say that. At least he's trying. But for the Lakers to be in second place, I want to salute them right now. But Michael Porter, back to the original question. Michael Porter Jr., this is based on you on how far the Denver Nuggets will go.
okay, and then Mace, real quick, just regarding the Lakers.
Oh, here we go.
This is your team. Are you willing to give J.J. Redick his credit? Because I asked you this before.
It's not J.J. Redick. It's actually me being with the Lakers. Where I go, people win.
Okay.
It seems like you go there after they win.
Yo,
Coincidentally,
I'm just-
all of a sudden.
have a show on this.
I'm just saying, it seems like you
It's
always
who you with.
you always end up with it.
I have a good energy. You go around people, they start winning.
But you don't be around the
it's a good
Lakers.
energy.
You don't be around like this. Even goes back to the Chiefs murder. Ask you who the coach before. Pardon me. Who's the head? Pardon me. The quarterback before Patrick said, I don't know all that.
Yeah, Cam, you're actually lending to my point.
Right. I
It's
get
when
it.
I got there.
No. I understand.
And I get there and they start winning. Look
But-
at Bizo.
Yeah,
I don't see why they don't get this. Everywhere I go, I win. And then if I show up, people start winning. So me going with the Lakers, we was skeptical about JJ Redick. I said, you know, it might be a great idea if LeBron wins a championship with his son. Then that'll put him up there with Jordan. I said, not quite, but, you know, in the ballpark. And ever since then, it seemed like LeBron heard me from somewhere. I don't know.
But you never be around none of these people.
Can't, my word travels.
Okay, got it. Say no more.
Yeah, you got.
fucking games. Alright, here, I'll run, this. Give me some EXP share. No, I got it. It's cool. It's nice to switch the gameplay every now and again. Yeah, don't put that shit out like that. What's wrong with you? That's okay, I'm stacking too. Suicune is coming up. Dude, what are you all fucking doing up here? Like, what is actually going on? Hit him again, what are you doing? Fuck. No thanks. Got him. Got him. Yo, thanks, Absol, you fucking asshole. You saw him coming from my ass and was like, nah. Dickhead. Fucking selfish ass players. I got you with the heal. Yeah, fuck you, dude. Bitch. 11 seconds. Yeah, a bit early there. I couldn't save you there, buddy. I tried. Yeah, same. I only survived because of a massive HP pool. Why the fuck did you think that was a good idea, dude? Dumbass. Dude, guys, split the fuck up. Dude. Stop moving around, damn it. There you go. Oh, well, you got it. Yep, they got it. Okay. Okay, dude, but you're not gonna stop me. Fucking cringe, dude. 18,000 stuns. Yeah, if you can come back, though. Okay, never mind. Let's split up for now. Let's split up for now. Someone go top. Thank you. Oh shit, that's gonna be too much for Absol. Survive, buddy. That's all you have to do is survive. my kill. That's my kill. You douche. My yummy, wummy, comfy kill.
got it.
They got an answer. I quit.
You got the right one.
I
Nigga said his word.
I quit. You got it.
He literally
I
does.
ain't
He
nothing to
always
say.
has an answer too. Like I can't. I
The
cannot.
word trap. What was wrong with that? Stat? The
Nothing.
word
It was
travel.
great. That's the problem.
Okay,
Because it's
okay.
always great.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Last topic before we wrap. So the 49ers officially traded Deebo Samuel to the Commanders in exchange for a 5th-round pick. As part of the trade, Washington is taking on the remainder of his contract and paying his full $17.55 million salary for the 2025 season. Without Samuels, do you think the 49ers are in a better or worse situation?
I don't know about that, but I know Magic Johnson is taking a page out of the Philadelphia Eagles book. He said, you know what, we get a powerful runner, we might have something to say. And I think that's what he did. But the 49ers, what a great organization, great coaching, great staff, great owners. I think if they made this trade, I would have to agree that they're smart enough to know what they're doing, and they must see something that we don't. You know, that's actually what I would think. Thinking about what's his name, Shanahan, and the York family, they have to know something. This is like one of those underdog picks where they make a move and you don't know, they come back to be true.
Yeah, listen. At the end of the day, I think the Commanders are picking up a good piece. Are they doing as good as Washington did last year? Pardon me, not Washington, Philadelphia and Baltimore did last year? I'm not sure. But at the same time, the 49ers got sick of Deebo, saying he went out. Deebo been trying to get out of the 49ers the last 2 years, throwing tantrums, not showing up, dressing sassy, how he want to dress, coming through. Listen, he been wanting out, and they finally said, enough. Get ahead and leave. We don't want nobody who's not going to be here. Now, as far as the 49ers' success, I think the 49ers are going to be all right. You got to realize the 49ers was dealing with injuries since day one. Ayuk was hurt. McCaffrey was hurt. Deebo was actually hurt.